Hi everyone, this is the first of many episodes where I want to be able to review software products, and I think there are many channels out there that talks about cars, about hardware devices, electronic gadgets, and so on, but none that talk about apps or games. I hope this is a great forum for product managers to collaborate and mention about various features about a product that they really like. At the end of it, I want to be able to test drive that app and give a score. So the first one is going to be on performance. Make sure that the app is able to load quickly. There's not too much of onboarding involved for the user to use it. This could be a game as well. Like I mentioned, this could also be an OS like Android, or it could even be car-based OS like we have Android Auto or CarPlay. So that's first is performance. Second one is handling or usability. So how easy it is to use that particular application. I also want to talk about the style or the design aspect of the application that we are reviewing. And what are some delighters? So delighters is a term I think coined by a few folks. So delighters are those surprises that you think are quirky about that application and really do more than what that application is intended to. It could be about a great 404 error message that looks fantastic and also creates a delight. The last one that I want to talk about, and I think that's most important, is also the product market fit. So you might have a great product that works great, but then if it does not fit the market need, that's going to fall flat. So it sort of talks to how important that product is for that need that it is fulfilling, as well as how comprehensive it is in terms of fulfilling that need. So these are the 5 criteria by which I'm going to score every application on a weekly basis. Today we're going to start off with the Grand Tour game. So if you're not aware of what the Grand Tour is, it's a car-based TV show on Amazon Prime by Jeremy Clarkson, Richard Hammond, and James May. So they basically take exotic cars, or maybe even cars that are really old, and have these epic road trips across the world. So for the very first time this season, which is season number 3, they've launched this game called the Grand Tour game. Anyway, I think once that happens, maybe it was just an initial load, pretty much in. This is pretty cool actually. So they actually have the introductory video that seems to be custom made for the game, if I'm not wrong. But this is so let's play single player, and I think that's what we should. Let's take the latest episode where Jeremy and Abby compete in a Lamborghini Urus. Let's take this one. Wow, this is awesome. So they actually allow you to scene select or play from the start, or even watch the episode. So that's pretty awesome. So some folks who don't have the game could actually watch the episode from this, provided they have Amazon Prime subscription, of course. I want to just test drive scene select. Let's do that. So you can actually go scene by scene, and this is awesome. So you could just take scene 1.
Those turbochargers may be a little bit annoying on the road, but here they're giving them a low-down torque that I need to get up this hill.
This is pretty epic. So you get Jeremy Clarkson's commentary on it, and
speed is the answer.
It's pretty. Can you go to the sides? No. The brakes are good. The handling seems a little bit heavy, which the car is heavy. It's 2.4 tons. The commentary is pretty remarkable, honestly speaking. So you can see different views of the Urus. The graphics is a I would say, not very realistic. But that's not something that I was expecting. I was expecting the graphics to be somewhere in the 6 to 7 range out of 10. But the gameplay seems pretty good. So you pretty much just keep going on and on. I do think this is very much like, when you go for bowling and when you're throwing the ball and then you actually have these skirts on the side. The handling and the gameplay seems very similar to that. You pretty much can hit these side skirts, very similar to a bowling ball. And on the right side, I don't know if you noticed, you see the badge that says
Toilet finish. I think that's pretty cool that they've incorporated some of the sense of humor from the TV show into the game as well in the form of these badges.
So I just want to pause here. I think on the one hand, they're trying to interlace the episode and the game together so that you can relive that episode while the game loads. But also, I think if you're a hardcore gamer, you might find that a little bit annoying because it just seems to come in the way all the time. But they've done a really good job of stitching together what the video is and how it's extremely well stitched into the loading aspect of the game, so that you don't feel like you're actually waiting for a long time for the game to load. So that is pretty awesome. Can I say play from the start? So you can't really scene select. So I need to go into every scene to be able to get to the stage where I can compete against Abby. So that to me is a little bit again of put off. I would have loved to see it go to the next scene and probably go further. Let's take an example. Let's take this and see how this works.
Right, here are the rules. I have to do this using the lowest revs possible. So what I'm going to do is put it in 4 wheels. Here we go! Traction control, diff lock.
Let's see how this plays.
Down your
This is pretty interesting, actually.
3, 2, 1, away!
Oh, this is awesome.
And the attention to detail in the game is also quite great. If you look at this, as I struggle to accelerate and get the torque up, you can feel the screen vibrating.
This is pretty awesome. So the game, what I like is that there are multiple scenes.
He's gone! That was just right on you.
So what I really like about this is there are multiple scenes, there are multiple challenges that are coming up in the TV show, and I'm smiling because this was an epic episode itself. And what's great is it's just not time trial, it's just not multiplayer, it's just not race one against the other. It has multiple flavors to it. So you can see that these are different games that are built into this one big game. It's not meant to be, and the graphics are not bad, honestly. It's pretty decent out there. So really, really decent effort. And I think from an innovation angle, and this is something that I really want to talk about, from an innovation angle, this is really, really cool. If you look at how they're competing against another show like Top Gear, there's a huge difference. This is a way for fans to engage with the show and become Amazon Prime subscribers. And I think that speaks volumes about a game like this.
If I were to just play around this a little bit, let's look at settings. And as you can see, the background is completely filled with footage from the TV show, and it looks, in my opinion, really, really good. Controls, this is a very good visualization of, I'm sure this has to be customized for different versions of the game, different formats in PlayStation as well as on the Xbox as well. So well done here, and for somebody who's new to Xbox, maybe this is going to be very useful.
So it's pretty amazing that they were able to take individual scenes, individual challenges from the episodes, and then create quick, small games out of these. And that is phenomenal. The 5 criteria through which I was going to judge the game itself. From a product market fit, I think this is a solid 9 out of 10. That's for sure. From a performance standpoint, I think it was a 6 out of 10. There was a 67-second loading time at the beginning of the game, and it seems to happen every time I start the game. So it just seems to be that there is a delay, there's a bit of lag for all the game elements to load. Usability was a 7 out of 10. It was good, but not great. Style, the overall design, the overall montage of videos that come up in the background while you're going through the various menus is great. So I give it a 7 out of 10. From a delighter standpoint, there were some good surprises to me. The music, the way that they've sort of interlaced the episode itself on the loading screen, I think that was great. That was just like a really, really good idea. Because you're loading for a very long time and you could be watching some scenes from that, and it sort of builds up as well. It's not randomly coming up as well. So I think that was really good. From a graphics standpoint, I don't think the graphics were great, but I also, you need to keep in mind the amount of time they had to actually roll out, develop, get raw footage from where the episodes were being shot to the studios where the game is being developed. Just think about the entire supply chain of all stitched together in the form of a storyline, and those levers through which the game is developed. Like, for example, you saw one where I was doing a time trial, but there was another one where I had to pull down the statues of dictators, in this case Jeremy Clarkson, and you saw that the gameplay itself was slightly different. Now, I think with split screen, it's going to be even better because you're going to be able to compete with somebody who's right there next to you. And I don't think there was a multiplayer online that would have even, bettered the entire experience as well. But all in all, it was a great idea, great execution, not so great graphics, but then overall as a package, this is going to be enticing for all the Grand Theft fans. So this has been the very first episode of Sliced Bread. This is an attempt to review software applications. Thank you so much for watching this. Look forward to one video a week. If you have any comments or feedback about the first video, do feel free to share them right down below. Thank you so much.